Hello everyone, Storm11 here. Today we'll be taking a look into an update on the weather pattern for this week into next week. We're going to talk about some multiple cold fronts. We got a nor'easter to talk about, or even a tropical system. We'll take a little bit into the tropics. We'll take a look at the severe weather. And there's a system coming in next weekend that could bring us some serious weather on Sunday and Monday are the 2 days to really keep an eye on. And we're going to take a look into that first because it looks to be the more serious system to watch. Everyone's pretty much watching it of what I've seen. It's a pretty good setup for severe weather. Arctic air coming in behind it. And probably some snow across on the western side of the low pressure. So yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. The snowfall totals are starting to go down. That's pretty unfortunate on the next 384 hours. But now what we got is the GFS update. So hopefully everyone's having a good day. We'll just go on ahead and get started with this live stream here. Look at my phone real quick. Low battery. This is also where I can see the chat. So let's go ahead and get started here. There's something I want to show you guys actually first. And that is from the European model. So this is the morning run of this. And it's something pretty insane here coming off from the European model. My birthday is tomorrow, by the way, but we'll probably come do the birthday stream tonight, even though I did not name it, but there's some weather stuff to talk about here. All right, let's see, while that loads in, let's go straight to the model here. Basically what we got going on here, we got high pressure taking place. That low pressure system for our winter storm Aubrey is exiting the United States. Could see some snow going on, some leftovers. Is my stream lagging? I got a feeling it is. Yes, it is lagging, and that is very unfortunate. I do have a... Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. It crashed. Hold on. It's because what I got going on is I got something updating. It's a new game I got today. And updates got to be put in. It says it's going to be taking 12 hours, and it seems like it's not kidding. So we're going to have to deal with some lag on this stream here, unfortunately. Probably taking off some of these tabs will probably work out pretty well. So let's go straight off to European model, shall we? So again, we got low pressure from Winter Storm Aubrey exiting out of the United States. Has some leftover showers and snow behind that. We do have a chance of severe weather across the Carolinas today, but it's a low threat, so we're not going to talk about it that much. Monday overall should be quiet across the United States, maybe except for Louisiana, Mississippi. High pressure does take place across the east. A nice chill Canadian high. Then we start to see some moisture come in. Well, now it's time to keep an eye on the south here. So we're starting off into Tuesday. We got showers of thunderstorms developing across the south. There is a slight risk across those areas there for some flash flooding potential or excessive rainfall. And you can tell here, there were just some waves of showers of thunderstorms. So you can see it kind of moves into Wednesday there. And then that kind of moves out. Then we have this, the same system coming from Oklahoma. So now becoming a little bit of a nor'easter type, but it's also probably going to be known as a tropical system. So you can tell here it goes right through Boston there. Maybe even a wintry mix. You can tell here there's a raindrop and a snowflake symbol there up in the mountain of New York. You can see then that starts to move off. Seems like the snowfall threat's very low except for the mountain areas. Let's move on to the northwest here. This is their time for some action. And you're probably going to see some waves, so showers and thunderstorms, and even some mountain snow. It looks like that's going to last only for a couple days. But hey, at least they'll get some rain and some snow. Then we're going to start keeping an eye. So here we are in the weekend. We should start to see a low pressure system develop somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. If we move on to 7 p.m., we got some moisture going on there, and looks to be this could be a mini tropical system here. Yeah, just a very weak tropical system bringing in some extra moisture in here, which is not a good sign here. If we move on to Saturday here. Not much going on, but you gotta watch. Yeah, here it is right here. This low pressure system here. It's gonna deepen quite a bit. We're starting to see some strong southerly winds going across here. So we got a nice moisture return. Now it's laggy right now on this. We got very strong winds going on. Here's your cold front coming in. So there goes Sunday. And let's move on into Monday here. You see that cold front does start to progress. Got very strong winds on the backside. Very strong winds coming from the south, which is a good combination for some rotating thunderstorms along that front. But it seems like the severe weather threat is going to be there at this point. The Euro and the GFS do agree with this happening. Now earlier, the timing was off, but now we can see that the models are starting to agree with the timing. So if that does keep up into tonight, maybe we could see a percentage from the SPC on day 6, I do believe. But you can see here comes this line of strong to severe thunderstorms going on here. And it's going to be pretty windy. Here we're going to Monday night. Here you can see that line does start to progress overnight across parts of Tennessee and Ohio valleys. There. Again with the wind here, it's going to be very windy. So let's back this up a little bit. Let's go a little bit to Monday here. You can see very windy on the backside of this cold front, but if you go on the cold front, it's actually very windy. You can see wind could be gusting up to 50 miles per hour. Now, I'm going to show you all a screenshot that I took from the last of the European model run here. And I did post it on Twitter here. And this is in western Kentucky. This is the highest wind gust I found coming off the Euro. And look at this here. A 75 mile per hour wind gust just coming off the Euro. And that is something else there. It seems like we are frozen currently on the live stream. I do apologize for the lag. Not much I could do, but as you can tell here, 75 mile per hour wind gusts. That is some very strong winds. That is from thunderstorms there. So now it's not that extreme on this run now, but there still is some pretty strong gusty winds there that can cause some damage there. Like I said, winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour can start to cause some damage there, and you probably even lose some power. So it's around 7 p.m. You can see here, like I was saying, that the wind gusts are still strong, about 55 there. If you look on the GFS, with the timing, it's actually not that bad of a difference like it was. But you can see the wind gust is still strong there. If we go a little bit earlier, like 51-mile-per-hour gusts. So the timing is probably going to be a couple hours off, which is it's not that bad. If we turn on rain and thunder here, here's your line currently. I don't even know if this is the new run. I'm going to guess it is, but I was looking on 12Z. Now we can look into the 18Z model run. We'll see what the GFS on here would show. But yeah. Let's see if we can see any snowfall for the next 10 days here. Coming off from the GFS. See, there's some decent amount of snow going across parts of Nebraska to Kansas, maybe up to a foot. If we go to Minnesota, decent amount of snow there. If we look on the Euro, it's not that much snow. But you look up to the northwest there because they got a decent amount of snow. Let's go back in here. We're done with windy. So let's go ahead and X that off. Maybe that can help us out a little bit here. And yes, we could take off Twitter as well. That will help us some more. Here comes the next cold front here, which should not be that bad. I do not believe. That's a pretty nice sunset out my window. See, not much of a low pressure system going on here. And the GFS is just so slow. Oh my goodness. If y'all guys got any questions, you can put it in the chat. I guess while we're going to wait for that, let's go ahead and look into the SPC here. Again, I said marginal risk for parts of the Carolinas there. No tornado threat, but there's a wind threat with that. I know day 2, there's nothing there. Day 3, same thing. Day 4 for 8. So day 4, nothing. Day 5, nothing. Day 6, nothing. But 7 and 8. So that low pressure system I was talking about begins on day 7. You can see severe potential may increase during the weekend as steeper anti-layer moisture spreads north across much of the continental U.S. from the central southern plains to the Ohio Valley, as a large-scale upper trough deepens across the west and shifts eastward. As this occurs, a strong surface low will develop over the north-central plains, and thunderstorms are expected along the cold front. And transversing, I don't know how to pronounce that. Don't even know what that term means either. The plains in the Mississippi Valley, as well as along the warm front extending across the Midwest. Guidance varies on the timing of these features. Now, like I said earlier, the timing is off of this here. But now we have a better timing. It was off by a day earlier, but now it's by a couple hours. So now we're starting to see some more confidence of the potential 15% area. But we'll see about the GFS 0Z run because it may change a little bit. And we'll take a look on the 18Z with the severe weather ingredients here. Haven't checked that out yet. You can see that becomes a potential nor'easter there. You can see even some mountain snow going on across Maine there. I can stick around there for a little bit. By the way, that 540 line right there, that's the freezing line. So, well, that's near around freezing above the surface there. We can take off the SPC, so we should start to go a little bit quicker here. So this way, taking off a couple things. Still waiting for this. Again, with the northwest there, you can see while some of this action is happening, you get pounded with some moisture there, with some mountain snow and some heavier rains down there. We go into the south there, you can see the rounds of showers of thunderstorms there. Could potentially see some flash flooding in there. And since we're heading for Friday, we should start to see a low developing coming off the Rockies there. Oh, maybe it'll be a little bit faster on here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's terribly slow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, it's come up over here. So let's look into the jet stream on here. Let's see here. See if we got a little bit further. Yes, we did. This when we get into Saturday, we should start to see low pressure system develop here. We do have moisture returning. You can see some scattered showers around, maybe some isolated thunderstorms mixed in there. So we do have some nice moisture return. But when that low wherever it starts to deepen, we should start to see more moisture come in from the Gulf of Mexico. And Wednesday, again, should be your first, with the first cold front here. We're actually showing a stronger jet stream going on up here. Just a little interesting. Which that should indicate probably a stronger nor'easter there. So that's a little bit interesting there. Come on. Let's go back here. We're going to go kind of back and forth on this. Here we go. Here's this when this low pressure should start to deepen a little bit here. So you got a nice warm front going on here. Your jet stream should be going something like this here. So your trough is starting to come in from the northwest there. See, there's a plenty amount of snow across Idaho there. See, that low pressure really starts to deepen. We got really nice moisture return here. Those isobars are close together. Not a strong low pressure, but we still got some very strong winds coming on behind this here. Your cold front should be here. You can see the winds are starting to get stronger. Even when you get up to the northeast, the winds are strong, so you may get to see some above average temperatures up in the northeast. If we go back here and kind of check out the jet stream here, that low should start to deepen somewhere in there, and then you should see this trough should start to dig southward. As you can tell, it starts to come down right here. Yeah, it gets pretty strong there as it moves into Canada. And again, still some very strong Surrey winds there. You should start to see some strong winds coming from the northwest as well. As you can tell there, seems like not much of a snow event either, though. Going on with that, it's not that far out either. It's not too bad far out. Yeah, you should start to see the trough starting to dig in. The jet stream starts to act up. You know, this stream here is just lagging a little bit, aren't we? No, it's not that bad. Just doing all right. Just the internet's a little slow. Yeah, look how strong that jet stream is. I mean, that's a jet stream that's just blasting with wind there. That's your low pressure should be somewhere in this area right here, and that's your cold front right there. Tell there. Let's go straight to supercell composite just for we're not gonna wait like this here. We'll go back here. See, that starts to move off. Man, that trough is really digging south. Look how far that 540 line goes. It goes as far south as Alabama and Georgia. Dang. You're talking about a very strong trough there. It looks like it could develop a system here. Maybe. Oh. Let's see here. Man, this kind of sucks. Guess we can go straight to the tropics real quick. We did have Tropical Storm Melissa off the coast of the Northeast there. You can see it's moving out to sea there. 40 miles per hour. That should become a tropical depression in a little bit. This system here's got 20%, but it's not going to affect the U.S. It's more than likely going to hit Mexico at this point. We got this system here, still very low. This system here is more than likely to develop, but it's going to turn away the United States. And it's more of a threat to Africa and these islands here. So just a quick tropics update on that. We actually do have the supercell composite here. There goes your first trough coming in. Sometimes you gotta keep on doing like this. Alright, then we start to get some moisture return here. Gotta keep an eye on this area right here. You know that supercell composite is not as suppressive than it was earlier. Look into Alabama. And that sunset's really pretty out there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Lake tornado potential. We do have to shear everything, just the cape is just so low. This is what the combination is. It's a combination between shear and cape. So you're looking at two things in one. This is closer to the cold front here. A couple days back. See, pretty good setup for some severe weather there. I'll say there's no doubt about severe weather. Like here on Saturday, there's severe weather threat for Oklahoma and Texas, Kansas and Arkansas and Missouri. We move on to Sunday here. The severe weather threat extends from Indiana into Texas and Louisiana. Then Monday, I would say it's from the Tennessee Valley, Kentucky, Tennessee. Man, those snot, so 137. There's definitely going to be no storms there. That's for sure. Those winds are just blowing over there. And back down into Alabama. We'll take a look into another forecast sounding. Marginal severe. You can see those cloud tops are not going to be that high, but they can still produce some damaging winds. I'll say the primary threat at this point, if you go back to like these states back here, there's a chance for some large hail, damaging winds, maybe even a couple tornadoes. Then the next couple of days, I'll say it's more of a damaging wind threat because we'll see a squall line of storms. But they're going to be moving fast too. So that's kind of my thinking there. So with the supercell composite low, doesn't mean there's going to be severe weather, you still got some other things to look into for some severe weather chances. And it seems like your internet's crashing, but we're going to end it here pretty short. That's another nice cold front coming in. See, I'm interesting after this here because there's been a couple GFS members showing snow as far as Kentucky and Tennessee, and that's pretty ridiculous. It has happened before. I remember a few years ago that has happened before, and we actually had no school. We just had enough snow for it. And the GFS has been showing this for a while now, for a potential trough here to come in, and then you kind of have like a clipper coming in. It's like a pretty good winter setup. You can see even the snow showing up in the mountains there. And that's below freezing temperature.